So, it's gotta be that, young butler. I know what you're thinking. I couldn't quite believe it at first either. But the evidence and circumstances all point to the butler. He or she has to be a witch, depending on whether or not they have a penis. Yeah, didn't he like touch himself or something? Or didn't he like destroy his kingdom because he turned everything to gold? Don't touch yourself when you have the golden touch. It'll be certain if the magic gem turns out to be fake. But if that's the case, then Belduke's murderer was also... Yeah, it would be Grey Earl. No, it can't be true. He wouldn't have done that. Spella? I know, Jean. He held Sir Belduke in the greatest of respect. I don't know, what if your crazy dad's storyteller wrote it into the book and they had to do it anyway, because your dad's fucking crazy. Did I say that your dad's crazy? He's crazy! Damn. He held Sir yeah. Jean didn't kill him, I'm sure of it. Jean Grey Earl, are you really what people think you are? There's still so many unknown factors in this trial. Ah! I'm here to polish the professor. It's Luke! I'm sorry, Maya. What I did is unforgivable. What are you saying, Luke? All you did was testify about what you saw. But I should have trusted you. Well, you trust us now, right? Maya. Anyway, Luke, it was thanks to you that we discovered new information. Thanks to me? Sure, you got Cracker to testify. That was a great idea. No, he's like 10. God, Andy, gross. He eventually died from starvation because he couldn't eat. Oh, yeah. Well, then he should have just had other people. Wait, unless everything he touched, like, even with like his teeth and tongue. Oh. Poor guy. He couldn't even perform cunnilingus. If you don't know what that is, don't Google it. Just don't worry about it at all. I wish I could talk to animals, don't you? Too, Espella? Anyway, the game. Oh yes, I'd love to have a chat with Eve. So Luke, will you teach us how to do it? Pretty please. You can't just get taught how to talk to animals, Maya. Yeah, of course, I can try. Yay, that's a promise, right? I'm still sad though. Mr. Wright? What is it, Luke? Do you mind if I join you from now on? I need to latch on to older father-like figures because my own family doesn't exist and/or is dead. Not at all, Luke. I could always have a 5th child, or 6th. I don't know. Phoenix has way too many children. Mostly in the dark about it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just know I've heard of it, but I haven't really looked into it. I realized during the trial that in this strange town, even what you see with your own eyes may not be real. That's why I'm not giving up yet. Give me that Layton tunes. Give it to me. Professor, I know he'll return. We can't give up hope. You know, that's what I've been thinking too. Really? I have a feeling he'll reappear again when we get into trouble and help us out. Because, I mean, it's the professor we're talking about here. Right! And remember what he always says. Look forward to the future. And always look on the bright side. And that's not what he said. That was what Jerkface McGee who stole his arm said. Do you like the fact that if you look really closely, you can still see where the crack is on his arm? I wish you guys could see my cursor, but there's like a slight line of where the arm got reattached. I hope when he comes back to life, he doesn't just start like gushing blood from like a slice around his arm. Yeah, I don't think it was the professor who said that. Yeah, you see it? It's just a little thing. It's just his arm. Yeah. Defender, accused. What? Wait, what if after he gets turned back to real, what if he has like a rocket arm, like a robot? What if Layton's actually a cyborg? What if he was the first Cyborg Prime created in the Curious Village where everybody else was at, but he escaped his fate. You're casting, Jesus! That's a very large TV. I have a projector, but I don't use it very often. The intermission's over. Return to the courtroom. Yeah, they're gonna have he's gonna have a rocket arm. He's gonna be like, puzzle solved, and it's gonna be like, pew, and, rocket arms. Isn't Unwound Future, is that the one after, is it Diabolical Box and then Unwound Future, or what's right after that? Because I'm gonna be playing them in order. Like, obviously tomorrow, I'm probably gonna finish Pandora's Box, and then I'll get on to the next one. Oh, that's not bad at all. Nice. Let's go. It's time to bring this trial to a close. Oh, I have something for you, Mr. Wright. Here, please take it. Maybe it'll come in handy in the trial. A letter, huh? Let's see who it's from. Wait, Newton Belduke? There's several sheets of parchment inside, but they're all blank. The professor and I got this when we went to see the storyteller. Thank you, Luke. The more info we have, the better, even if it's a bunch of completely blank pages. You're welcome. The funny thing is, I used to have like a 55-inch TV that I streamed with, but I ended up getting rid of it. The only TVs I have, I have these 3 monitors I use for the PC, and I've got one TV over there for my secondary PC. That's it. I don't really have a big TV anymore because I don't really have any place to put it, And everything I do from my workstation. Like, maybe if I moved into my own apartment, I'd get like a 40-inch TV or something for like a living room area. But other than that, no, I don't really have anything like that. I mean, I do have that projector, which it's quite a few years old, but I mean, it's still a projector. I could still get a pretty good image out of it. I've got no proof that it was Jean Greyearl who turned the professor into gold. But we see Layton's eyebrows. Oh no! Even if the magic gem is a fake, it's still not decisive evidence. I don't know what will happen next, but I do know that this battle's far from over. And we will find out if Jean Greyearl has a penis or a vagina. Which is it? What's in your pants? And then they're gonna be like, it's alchemy! Or they'll just pull like another Talia Magica out of there and do something to us. Is that your Talia Magica, or are you just happy to see us? A vagina, I know, yeah. We will now resume the trial of Maya Fey. First things first, the occult crime analysts have finished examining the evidence. They have tested the 2 magic gems from the witch's scepter. Goldor floated on the surface of the water, whereas Famalia sank. It was said the genuine magic gems float in the pure water, wasn't it? Thus it has been established that the Famalia magic gem is a fake. Yeah, look at Layton like, I told you! Order! Order! Order in the court! This does not prove that Goldor was used, of course. Nonetheless, the defense's theory does now seem more plausible. The court considers it worth looking into. You have no objections to that, do you, Inquisitor Barnum? No, my lord. Yay! Now then, bring in the witness. Back down to 1 witness again, just like old times. Witness, state your name and profession. My name is Jean Greyearl. I served the late Master Belduke. Since his death, I have been tending to his dwelling and put his research materials in order. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something a bit different about Greyearl. They don't have their magic gem! Witness, there's something we need to clarify, first of all. As you no doubt aware, you have been accused of being a witch. Show us your tits! Actually, don't do that. Therefore, it is vital that you tell us, are you a boy or a girl? What is this, Pokemon? Now you're ready to start your, please hold on! Are you processing that? What, why, what is it? Excuse my rudeness, my lord, but at this time, I do not intend to answer that question. What is my gender? An enigma. What the fuck? Huh? Why do you refuse to answer, witness? I had been following this trial from the gallery, so I'm fully aware of the utterly absurd accusations made against me and whatever's in my pants. Alchemy, the art pursued by Master Belduke, is concerned with the rules and logic that govern nature. They're a hermaphrodite! As someone who had been helping Master Belduke for quite some time, I dare say your theory is both illogical and impossible. Objection! Shut up, child! The witch's scepter was thrown into the crime scene through a portal created by a magic spell Godor. That portal could only have been opened from your room. And what's more, one of the walls in your room is painted green, and that's not the only magic portal you're concealing. Take off your pants! You guys see what I did there? Anyway, I believe anyone is free to paint their walls in whichever color they please. Besides... Oh, it's doing it again. Your theory relies on one magic gem being a fake. Well, that may have been proven true. Another question has arisen. Where could the genuine magic gem be? It must have been swapped with the fake one and discarded somewhere. I'm afraid that's impossible. Why? If we assume, as you have claimed, that the witch used the spell Godor... Noom! Hi, foe. What do you mean I'm not gonna let it go until we know what's in their pants? That's an important question. If they're a woman, they're a witch and a thought. If they're a man, they're cleared of all suspicion, because men can do no wrong, obviously. Miss you, of course. I always miss you. If we assume, as you have claimed, that the witch used the spell Godor, that would mean the magic gem must have been swapped after creating the portal. No, there's no Gatling gun in their pants. That's too big. Oh, hi. Yeah, I won't run. The only place I'm running when foe shows up, is towards foe. Thank you very much. Man, what are you talking about? A gentleman does no wrong. So tell me, when and where would the witch have disposed of the magic gem? I see your point. Several people paid witness to the incident, and the Knights of the Inquisition arrived at the scene immediately after. During that time, no one left in the building, and the whole place was meticulously searched. Yeah, it's fine. Wow! Dang, things are getting heated in chat. Come on, it should only be hot in the courtroom where there's a fire awaiting a witch to be burned. Naturally, my room was searched as well, although there was not much to see, as I have few personal belongings. Despite our inspection, nothing resembling a magic gem was found because it was in their butt. I assure you, we have not overlooked anything. I would swear to my honor as a knight. Huh? So, Mr. Wright, if you wish to accuse me of being a witch, should you not first prove that there is a connection between me and this missing magic gem? Furthermore, I would appreciate it if you could please approach the matter in a rational way, like an alchemist. The house was searched very soon after the crime. If the gem wasn't found, then it means Greyarl hid it somewhere, like in plain sight. Somewhere the Knights of the Inquisition would not have looked. Where could it be? I hate everyone, yeah. The witness has made a valid argument. How will the defense respond? The knights who searched Sir Belduke's premises weren't looking for a magic gem. That's why there's a certain place they didn't consider searching. Interesting. You really don't give up easily, do you? What? Well, you know what, Zunder, sorry, but you brought that upon yourself, so you and your ass are gonna have to pay the price. But remember, Fo, you have to pay the troll toll if you want to get into the boys' hole, as they famously said on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The toll in this case is just like 2 tamales, and then you do what you want. Actually, no, it's only tamal if it's singular. Tamales. Nothing, everything's wrong, yeah. In that case, perhaps you could tell us all where the magic gem is. Sir Belduke's premises were thoroughly searched. I don't think anything would have been missed there. Yeah, what are you saying what for? You have to pay the troll toll to get into the boys' hole. Okay? I don't make the rules. You anticipated that, and that's why you hid it in a blind spot that you knew wouldn't occur to the knights. A blind spot, you say? Well, where is it? It's somewhere on Jean Greyl's person. Well, what? It's on the witness? Don't tell me the witness has it in their pocket. You're just guessing, aren't you? You think you can just say anything you like. You're home alone? Is this that meme where it's like, baby, come watch anime with you? And he's like, no, I'm busy. And then she's like, but my parents aren't home. And then the last scene is like Naruto running or something like that. And they're like, ah! Anyway, whatever. Should call it. You should get foof. Okay, here, let me check. Do you want sushi? Let me get you some sushi there, Fo. Let me Uber Eats, let's pull that up. I know you use another app. Yes, Naruto running, exactly. You know how it goes. You're just guessing, aren't you? Yeah. By the way, I'm afraid there are no pockets in my clothing because I am a woman and women don't have pockets in their clothing. If they do have pockets, they're fake pockets. They're a lie. They're not real pockets. What? I don't. Okay, never mind. I do know where Zunder lives, but do you guys even have sushi nearby? Zunder? This is the second time I've seen Greyl today, and both times I've had a feeling that something wasn't quite right. Well, why am I? Wait, okay. I'll only order you guys sushi if you order me sushi. I mean, I had a treat stream thing at the bottom, but then I felt bad because I'm like, I don't really want people to just send me pizza. It wasn't really cheap either. I mean, if anything, the people who actually know me and have my address could send me food if they wanted, but you don't have to. Maybe, yeah. Where are the whereabouts of the missing gem? Deliveroo. Yeah, you know, you never told me what like delivery service you use, Phoenix. I don't know if it was one. I think I remember I was like, do you have like a Mexican one? And that's not weird to ask because sometimes there are region-specific delivery things, okay? I was just wondering. I work for Uber Eats, so I use it. I used DoorDash like a couple of times, but Just Eat? Oh. The feds, show us the location of the magic gem. Where do you think this witness hid the magic gem on the day of the crime? Show me your butt. Show me your butt. Show me the butt. Show me your butt. Hey, look, there's even a little thing right there. Got it. Witness. We met for the first time at Sir Belduke's premises. The butt down there. The butt below the belts. No, use Rappy? Never heard of that one. I wonder if that is more like region specific. Wow, well, I mean, you're not wrong. Uber Eats has a lot of like fees and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, but people still use it because it's convenient. Hello, I'm doing well today. How are you? Unfortunately, even though I do understand Spanish, I'm not 100% fluent in Spanish, but welcome on in. Yeah, sorry. I mean, thankfully, I usually, like, Fo is a friend that I know that knows Spanish, and Anna. I haven't seen Anna in a second, though, but Espanol. Oh! Thank you for the follow, though. Also, I feel weird, like, saying, like, talking in Spanish, because even though I know it, I'm, like, the whitest guy ever, so I'm like, am I saying things right? Am I insulting somebody by talking in Spanish? And plus, I really need to brush up on it. But no, thank you so much for the follow. Snoop Dogg did a rap for just... Really? Well, I mean, when you're famous, you make money when you can. I mean, come on. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna yell at you in Russian? No, well, Dinka comes in chat and talks in Russian, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you're cool, but I don't know what that means. Oh, hi, RC. RC, Bo needs permission to put things in Zunder's butt. At that time, you had an amethyst attached to your collar. Oh, that's right. Mr. Grey Earl always wears that gemstone. Alchemists believe that amethysts emit positive energy. Amethysts are purple. But when I saw you in the waiting room this morning, the gemstone you were wearing was green, not purple. So my question now is, where has it gone? Where is that amethyst that you supposedly always wear?
Objection!
Wait just a minute. The witness wears a purple gemstone. Is something amiss, Inquisitor Barnum? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, it was good. Sorry. No. Submit. You want him? He hasn't made you decaf? I can't believe it. What? A CAD? An absolute card? Okay. No, the address isn't that far away. Let's see. Let's look at Sushi Zoo. What kind of things do you like in your sushi? Pho? Just asking for a friend. What kind of sushi do you like? When we arrived at the crime scene, the witness came out to meet us. If I recall, the witness was wearing a gemstone, but that gemstone was green. Green? Amethysts aren't green, although amateurs sometimes mistake Praseolite for amethyst. But that's irrelevant now. You'll eat everything? Just like the moon from Majora's Mask, when it was like, I shall consume everything. You remember that? And then the mouth got like really big and it tried to eat the world, but then Link went into the moon and he beat the mask and everybody was happy. And then those two people got married. He wasn't a child anymore. Sorry, I just went off on a tangent there. Anyway, the child. Okay, well, let's see. I always get confused though, because what is that? Papas y Sibylian. What does that mean? Shit. I need to. I'm trouble. Looks pretty. How much? How much is money worth? I was gonna ask that. I'm like, I don't. You know what? That's probably weird. Oh, that's the one that's got Cheeto crunchies on it. Sorry, I'm currently looking at food right now. You want to play that game? You shoot. Well, you know what? You only need 2 brain cells to play Zelda, where you go, ooh, that pretty. Is there like a sampler? What is that? I don't know. How much is that? Just a second. I need to calculate something. You know, I could probably be reading while I'm doing this. Witness, you've been trying to pin the blame on the defendant. In order to do that, you replace the Go Door magic gem with a regular gemstone. We thought the witch who killed Sir Belduke had used the spell Famalia. Actually, that's probably witch. You knew that if a witch's scepter with the Famalia and Goldor magic gems attached was discovered at the crime scene, the suspect would be accused of committing both crimes. And that's precisely what happened. What? Okay, I just had to remember, this is like when I went to Japan and I was like, I'm just gonna pull out like $50 worth of yen. You know how much yen I pulled out? $500 worth of yen. Because I added a zero because I forgot how numbers work. So sometimes you gotta just, okay. Yeah, that's better. Sorry, I'm just over here pressing buttons, both figuratively and literally. Okay, well. Oh, unless it gets mad at me. I mean, it might. We'll have to see. The girl captured at the crime scene was accused of slaying both Sir Belduke and Sir Layton. Okay, no, it went through. That was your plan. You removed the Godor magic stone from the scepter and inserted your amethyst in its place. And then you attached the Godor gem to your collar. That's why when we saw you shortly after the incident, you were wearing a green gemstone. To think that was in fact a magic gem. But where is the gem now? I bet it's in the butt.
Order! Order! Witness, is that true?
This amounts to nothing more than conjecture. I do not believe you have any solid proof. However, I have to concede that you have surmised a logical connection between me and the missing magic gem.
Yeah, thanks.
Consequently, I am prepared to answer your questions.
Good. I will repeat what I asked you previously. Witness, state your name, profession, and finally...
Okay, there we go. Hopefully I got everything right. Don't get too mad.
My name is Jean Grail.
Okay.
I have been serving the late Master Belduke.
Uh-huh.
As you can see, I wear a butler's outfit.
Yeah.
The truth is, as the defense claims, I am a girl.
She changed her voice too! I knew it! That boy has a vagina! What? Hi, Fo. Hi. Oh, no. Oh!
A girl? Unbelievable.
Okay. Oh, God. What do I do? Women. A woman. A woman. What? What?
The butler is a girl?
Impossible! Man, look at all that hair all of a sudden. Order! Order! Order in the court! Jean Grail, are you declaring to this court that you are, in fact, female? Yes. But everyone in town was under the impression that you are a boy. Did you hear that? The butler's a girl. Doesn't that make him, or her, a maid? I knew there was something suspicious about him. I mean, her. You know why, right? Think about it. All that alchemy, that's mighty mysterious. A woman, yeah, a women. It's a women. Just listen to them. Listen to the wild gossip and accusations. Alchemists pursue knowledge of the rules that govern nature. But to the townspeople, alchemy is no different to magic. Had they known I was a girl, they would have taken me for a witch. Yeah. That's what Master Belduke was worried about. He told me it would be safer to pretend to be a boy. In other words, you disclose that you're a female, but deny that you're a witch. I would have thought that was obvious. She knew that once her gender came into question, she wouldn't have been able to conceal it. That's why she made this public now. It was her most rational choice. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you one question? Has all the evidence in this Golden Gentleman case already been presented? Why do you ask? As it stands, you do not have a single piece of evidence proving that I am a witch. Given the lack of pertinent evidence against me, I would like to be permitted to return to my duties. What? What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? It has been proven that the two gems were swapped. However, it may also have been possible for the accused to have done so. No! That is impossible! Maya had no reason to swap the gems. Because she's a girl, because she's a woman. Didn't you know? All women have long hair. Anything otherwise is pure poppycock. This is a place of judgment. There is no need for us to understand the reasons behind a criminal's actions. Huh? After all, those whom we judge are otherworldly creatures. They are witches. It is impossible for a human being to understand the reasoning of a witch. A witch is just a person that can use magic, Barnum. Is there nothing we can do? At this rate, Maya will be... Barnum still thinks Maya's a witch. We made it this far, and yet it feels like we're back at stage 1. Thank you, Luke. You're taking over the part of Phoenix freaking the hell out. It seems there are no more rational arguments against me. Now, if you will kindly excuse me... I don't have much on Grail when it comes to the professor's case, but should I just let her go? Ask about another case. There's nothing else I can follow up on regarding the professor's case. So what can I do? There's only one option. Ms. Grey Earl, I have to ask you to remain at the witness stand. Is there something else you wish to ask me? Your testimony is not over yet. There's still something you need to tell us about. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I cannot help you. I have told you all that I could about this incident. Oh, it's not about this incident. And I'm afraid you've got the wrong idea, Miss Grey Earl. Oh, look at that bitch face right there. She mad. Your Honor, what this witness needs to testify about is not the professor's unfortunate incident, but rather the incident from 3 months ago, namely Sir Belduke's death. As she was present in the building at the time, working as a live-in butler, she needs to testify about the events of that day. About Sir Belduke's death? The fact that one of the magic gems was swapped leads me to a single conclusion. Both crimes, the murder of Sir Belduke and the transmutation of the professor, were the work of the same witch. The truth behind the alchemist's death may also hold the answer to this case. What is your opinion on this, Inquisitor Barnum? I'll allow you to have your way this time, Sir Blue Knight. The Inquisition has no objections. Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum, it seems you have lost that unyielding attitude so admired by the townspeople. Here you are now, letting a novice defender lead you by the nose. It is hard to believe that you have been known as the unwavering sword of justice for your usually cool-headed judgment. You know little about me, witness. Do you think that I care about defending my name? It is this town that I wish to defend. Sir Belduke's murder is the only case to have remained unsolved for so long. Jean Greyearl, you shall now testify about it. Yay! Burn the witch! Burn the witch! Burn him! Okay, fine, whatever. Bonk. As demanded by both the defense and the Inquisition, the witness will testify about Sir Belduke's death. Any questions? Hey, what's going on, Kai? How are you doing? How have you been holding up? It's been very hot here. Probably same for you, but... no, my lord. I must, however, mention one more thing before we begin. If it cannot be proven that Jean Greyearl is a witch, as claimed by the defense, the court will irrevocably consider Maya Fey to be the witch responsible for both crimes. Is that understood? You have no choice, Sir Blue Knight. If you don't want the trial to end right now, ready your sword and face the challenge that awaits. What you gonna take? Okay, moved in here. Oh no, that's nice. I've been doing okay, but yeah, no. Sometimes a leave of absence is a good way to just clear your head. So, this game is so good. It's even like just this trial. I'm like, holy shit, there's so many good things. Got your decaf? Good job, Zunder. You live another day. I'm glad you got your decaf. I drank some more of that iced coffee and ate some cookies on my little break, so. He's thinking to find a new job if you can. No. And that makes sense too. Like, find something that causes you less stress. Like, it kind of sucks because a lot of jobs just aren't great, but at least you can find some that make you less annoyed than others. But the opponent is a real witch. It's a gamble that puts Maya's life at stake.
Nick!
Maya!
No witch is gonna outwit you in court. You're an ace attorney after all.
Do you actually believe in me, Maya?
So, let's do it!
Oh, yeah. The defense accepts the conditions. Let's proceed with the trial. Yeah, no, understandable. I mean, there's been a few times where I just had to kind of like stop with things because it was just like nothing was really going on in my life, but I was just absorbing. Like, you get a lot of negative emotions around you and you're just kind of like, I gotta not. Doesn't mean he's innocent. Yeah, just like Britney Spears, he's not that innocent. But the loneliness is killing him. That you gotta not. Yeah, exactly. Huh. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. We shall start with a brief summary of the incident. About 3 months ago, in the dead of night, Sir Belduke, the alchemist, was murdered. The crime took place in his study, just as with this incident. The room had been locked from the inside. The victim was found still seated in the chair at his desk, so we can assume he was attacked while working. There were very clear strangulation marks visible on his neck. Oh. There's something trickling down from his mouth. Is that blood? I'm getting cramps. Oh, that sucks. I hope they get that fixed. Yeah, because honestly, one of the things that I hate about moving to a new place is like the fumbling around of internet companies. Because obviously, for most jobs and just daily life, the internet is kind of a necessity. So, you know. So when they drag their feet, you're just like, come on, we really need this working. Yes, most likely. The victim probably bit his tongue as he struggled with his assailant. And you said earlier that some white powder was spilled all over the floor, correct? Oh, really? Ugh, gross. Yes, hence we expected to find the killer's footprints. However, there were none. The killer must have somehow approached the victim without stepping on the floor. After murdering Sir Belduke, the killer left the room without opening the door, yeah. Yeah, that's dumb. It's an apartment. They should have plenty of switches. Yeah, but not an ace attorney, just a regular attorney. You know who you get? You get Mr. Payne. You can have Mr. Payne. Undoubtedly, the crime must have been committed with the use of witchcraft. The body was discovered in the following morning by the butler, Ms. Grey Earl. Body was found by Grey Earl, huh? Thank you, Inquisitor Barnum. The court illustrator's sketches will be added to the evidence. Yeah, you're a witch! The 3 sketches of the crime scene after Belduke's murder. Bonk! That's painfully I know. That's why he gets pain. Now, witness, begin your testimony. Tell us about the events spanning the night of the crime from the evening beforehand until you discovered the body. Witness testimony. Yeah, I kind of want to check the... I didn't... Okay, so there's that one, that one. Okay, that's just the feet. There's no powder. Oh, so that must be it. Oh, his legs are behind the desk. I'm like, what is that? But that's his coattails. His cravat. Are we sure he wasn't drinking whatever the hell that was? Where's the bottle in that picture? At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left Master Belduke in his study. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The door to his study was locked. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. All the potions and other concoctions from the study have been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored. Nobody cares about your dumb semantics. Yeah, there's still that green smudge, exactly. Potions and concoctions were confiscated. The victim was an alchemist after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault. The only person with the access to them is the High Inquisitor, Lady Darklaw. It has caused me great difficulty as I have not been able to put Master's research materials in order as a result. The confiscated items shall be returned as soon as Sir Belduke's murder is resolved. I shall be looking forward to that. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to you burning in hell! Or at least in that pit in the middle. Defense, you may begin the interrogation. Cross-examination. The night of the crime. Around 1 o'clock at night, yeah, okay. Press.
Hold it!
Oh! Roasts are amazing. So you saw him alive at 1 a.m., is that correct? Yes, Master had the habit of conducting his experiments at night, so it was the usual time for me to finish my work. Weren't you helping him with those experiments? He would sometimes have some errands for me, but alchemists generally keep their experiments a secret. That's why I would always excuse myself at that time, unless Master had some other tasks for me. Sanchez, did you change your name again? Or is that the closest you can get to take the underscore out? And that night there was no more work for you? That's correct. I wished Master a good night as I shut the door behind me and then heard him lock the key. Pretty much, okay, yeah. It's kind of like how Chaos Hand is taken by an account that does nothing, and I talked to Twitch about it, and they were like, you have to wait until that account gets pruned. When do accounts get pruned? I don't think they even know. I'd probably have to be like a partner or something, and then they'd be like, maybe we'll consider it. By a Polish really? Polish? Man, stuff is all over the place. There was nothing unusual about him, at least nothing I noticed. Is that right? I called him for breakfast in the morning. He didn't respond. Yeah, no, but if you look up just Chaos Hand, it's just some random, they have like one, I don't know if they're following anybody or have any followers, but it's just an account that exists with that name, but I'm pretty sure it never gets use. You've grown to like the extra H? Yeah. Maybe I should be Chaos Hand with 2 H's. We'll just all add H's, or I'll be Chaos Hand with 2 A's. Do they take special characters? Just Chaos Hand with like the N with the squiggly? Chaos Foot. And what time was that? Master would always take his breakfast at 9 a.m., so it was around that time. Yeah, Chaos Hand, yeah, with the H. Or an O as a 0. I mean, that's true. People do that a lot. And I mean, Anna already calls me Chaos with a 0 as an O, like everywhere else. Maybe that would be the easiest way for me to do it without having to like rebrand everything completely. I'll have to look into that, because I don't really like having the underscore, but the underscore is also in most of my social medias, because in most of those, Chaos Hand has already been taken, but it's not really being used for anything productive, so to speak. So you didn't have the key to Sir Belduk's study, is that correct? Yes, there's only one key to that room, and Master always keeps it with him. Master's research was a very delicate matter, you see. We had to take strict measures to prevent outsiders from entering that room. It's stuff that I kind of think about, but I don't follow through with, because by the time I'm done with stream, I don't remember anything because I'm burnt out from puzzling or doing other things. But these are all very good suggestions, for sure. You have an issue? What's the issue, RC? What did you do in Animal Crossing? Is that the issue? I feel like that's the issue. Occasionally, delinquents would try to make off with one or other of Master's medicaments. With a 0? I might do that today then. Can I change it midstream? Would that confuse the hell out of people? Wait, I seem to remember that being a problem, because I think I changed it midstream and it like broke my stream, or it broke my bot. One of those two, because I forget a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things rely on the fact that your username is like the same. So I'll keep that in mind. Like after stream is probably when I'll do that then. Yeah, I was just like, let's do it now. But yeah, I don't want to break my bot. You know, scheduling problems remind you of, brother, a puzzle. I know. Jeez. Oh. Thief stealing from an alchemist? I can't tell if that's incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Probably the latter. That's why the door to that room is made from a thick oak wood. I wouldn't have been able to force the door open on my own. She couldn't have entered the room before that then. Unless she went through the wall! You dumb bastards! The neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. In just a second, I'm giving my Pokemon Go digits to somebody. To a lady, I might add. You know you really got it in with a girl when you give her your Pokemon Go code. Maybe one day you guys can be at the Chad status I'm at, where I'm handing out my Pokemon Go numbers to people and giving them gifts. Yeah. You guys aren't ready for this level of manliness. Yeah, did I tell you that I caught 13 shiny Eevees this community day? Man, they're gonna be all over me wanting them Eevees, but I'm gonna be like, sorry, these Eevees are for only one very special woman. You only hand out ride-on codes. I remember when GameStop used to have like the card codes for Pokemon. I don't know if they do that anymore. No, come back, Seer. Do you want my code too? Wait, you have my code. I've been giving you presents, Seer. Is that not enough? Do you need more than that? You can't, it's too late. I'm already too powerful. Have you seen my Eevees? There's so many. You need you to know that he got you, okay. Wait, oh, right on. Oh, like right on this dick. Sorry, I ruined the joke. Like when they're like, hey, man, it sounds like he got down with Ligma. How much is a Hitman these days? I don't know, like 10 bucks on Steam, maybe? Oh, sorry, I totally forgot about that. You could say, no! Wait, you mean you broke the door? Sorry, we're trying, I'm doing my best, but I keep getting distracted. Resolve. The only key to that room was in Sir Belduke's pocket. The only way to enter the study was to break open the door. And you managed that with the help of a neighbor who came to visit. Yes, it wasn't a social visit, mind. He came as a patient. A patient? Can you tell me more about him?
Objection.
Sorry, doctor-patient confidentiality. No, we're not. We'll never be free. The victim's neighbor is irrelevant. He has nothing to do with this case. Shut up. I think you're pushing it this time. A witness is hardly irrelevant. Yeah, shut up, Barnum. What's got him so shaken? He looks as if he just got a rush of blood to the head. It was him! Master Belduke had been making very potent medicines, among other things. Barnum has erectile dysfunction! Calling it right now, boy can't get his sword up without some special herbs and medicaments. We would get people coming from the town at all hours of the day or night asking for them. Hey, he's his little blue pill. And yet, in return for all the help Master offered, people would gossip about him dabbling in witchcraft. So you broke the door together with a neighbor. Yes, when I explained the situation to him, he brought over an axe. Then he proceeded to attack the door with great force, smashing it into splinters. I see. By the way, about that neighbor, who was the...
It's time for Emir's grand entrance. Did you miss me, guys?
No, I didn't! Was it you? Is he a woodcutter all of a sudden?
Order! Order! Could it be that it was you who...
How many times? This guy is apparently the main character because he's shown up more than like anybody else. Okay, now he's gone again.
Where are you looking, old man? I'm right here. And as for who I am, I'm the alchemist's neighbor and a witness in that case too.
Well, you already. How many witnesses are there again? Passion for justice seething within. Amir is always at the crime scene. That didn't rhyme at all. That rhymed not at all. It's you again. Ugh, you're the guy from earlier, right? Yep, that's me. Amir's the name. How you been, Bluey? Are you really the alchemist's neighbor? Seriously? I know, right? Freaky coincidence, eh? But yeah, his house is next to mine. Stop drinking. Why didn't you return all that stuff you bought? Ridiculed earlier, Amir returns, drinking like a king. He never, ever learns. Well, I'm just trying to advance the story. I see what's going on, but you guys are having fun amongst yourselves, and that's what matters. That's why I tried to stop you from asking about the neighbor. Why so cold, Inquisitor Barnum? Unable to hold his steady, cold gaze, Amir drinks fast as if in a daze. And the musician standing next to you. Oh yeah, that's me private bard, Birdley. Right musical genius. He's a private bard? What? When did you get a private bard? Hold on. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Well, no use shutting the stable door after the horse has bolted. Let us move on. Wow, these idioms here. Witness, since you're already here, you may as well add your testimony. Testify about what you witnessed on the morning after the crime. You can count on me. I don't want to. It dawned on me then, the witch cast Famalia just like in the case. Calm down, hold it. Can you tell me what caused that sudden realization? Sure thing, when the Inquisitors came around, I went to have a little peek at the crime scene. That's when I heard them talking about it. I was surprised, because they must have come to the same conclusion as me. Crikey, they can do their job, them Inquisitors, I thought. It had to be Famalia. So he was eavesdropping. If I happen to see that Famalia user, I'll arrest him myself. I like the fact that she looks so bored in her little chibi picture. Witness, you are testifying in court. Can you not restrain yourself a bit? What's that? Don't you see? I gotta have this to keep my spirits up. Get it, spirits? It's the most potent medicine. Did you steal the medicine? 'Tis a drink Amir lives to savor, with an intoxicating scent and flavor. Anyway, this is a waste of time. I should be looking for decisive contradictions. Witnesses, continue your testimonies, even though I hate all of this.
Hold it!
Those items were confiscated 3 months ago, and you still haven't gotten them back? Don't tell me he stole concoctions, too. How many things has this man stolen? No, not a single thing. Even though many of those were personal items with no relevance to the crime. Now that I think about it, that room did look pretty empty. As I said, the victim was an alchemist, and among his possessions were some very dangerous concoctions. But he did produce medicines to aid sick townspeople as well, to give him his due. Indeed, alchemy is highly beneficial to the townspeople, even if they fail to notice it. It may be beneficial, but it also inspires fear. People fear what they do not understand. At any rate, I cannot return the item to you until Sir Belduke's case is solved. That is what High Inquisitor Darklaw has decided. And the confiscated goods are being kept in a secret vault by the Knights of the Inquisition. Even the Inquisitors cannot freely enter that vault. It is strictly supervised. Also, I'm sorry, Fo, it's still gonna be a little while. I keep forgetting it's 5 to 7 o'clock, which is like super prime time for places, but it's okay. Food will happen eventually. What's up, Grey Earl? Why are you being so quiet all of a sudden? Ah, shit, was that it? That's all they have to say, huh? I really didn't expect him to appear, but maybe I should be used to it by now. You kill me after all? Oh, okay. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. Sorry to interrupt your train of thought. That's okay. What is it? Part 1 of 4. Ooh, what kind of project? Is it more art? Well, why didn't you got coffee? I thought you had like biscuits or something. Why don't you eat some of Zunder's Odies? Imagine eating? I do imagine it a lot. I generally, as soon as I start streaming, I imagine it. But right now I'm being steadfast because the only thing on my mind is justice. And justice is what we shall have tonight. Cold justice, or hot justice? You don't like them? Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, what is it? I'm wondering if it's just me, but I've been thinking about Mr. Amir's testimony. I think what he said is a little strange, isn't it? Yeah, how can I put it? It's pretty obviously contradictory. He was so keen to testify, maybe we should give him some attention and point those contradictions out. What a good idea, Luke. Wait, what contradictions am I pointing out? No, I didn't want to do that. But it was a fake gem. So he's eavesdropping. Okay, sorry. Yeah, he drinks an awful lot. Okay, let's speed this up. Oh, I can't speed it up here. I don't care! Okay. Oh shit! I'm sorry, I'm like... they just... I know, it sounds strange, it's contradictory. I gotta figure out what the contradiction is. Son of a dick. I feel like I need to present the fake staff. You found the fake, what is it? Save state.
Objection!
There we go, yeah. There's something you don't seem to understand here, Mr. Amir. The Famalia gem in this witch's scepter is a fake. The gem is useless. Just like this buffoon's testimony. Scener is like Netflix party, but you can use your... Oh, really? Oh, I might have to check that out then. No, Zunder, she doesn't do that. I do that for her. So please. Huh? What? 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 Don't worry, Fo, we'll talk about it later. Therefore, your testimony doesn't hold water. Actually, how does he not have to pee? He's drunk so much that man, maybe he's just constantly peeing. What if he just pees forever? Is he cursed to drink and pee for the rest of his life? How are we not drowning and dead? Yeah, we'll get some air. Air is good. Therefore, your testimony, yeah. Just like anything else he says. What? Ignored and scorned without credibility. Will Majestic Amir now show humility? What? A fake? You should have listened to the trial more carefully. What do you mean? Well, I don't know. That didn't stop you from the last time, RC. But I guess the situation is a little different now. Now that has been dealt with, Inquisitor Barnum, this witch's scepter was not discovered at the crime scene when Sir Belduke was murdered. Is that correct? Indeed, we deduced that Famalia must have been used, however.
Objection!
But that Famalia magic gem was a fake. That much has been demonstrated today. What's more, as we've learned from Cracker the Parrot's testimony, the witch used the spell Godor. The fact that there's a green wall at the crime scene corroborates that.
Objection!
I don't know what corroborate means, but don't yell at me, sir. That wall may well not have been painted green 3 months ago. And besides, no one could have passed through a portal that small. To be honest, I'm starting to wonder. I've started wondering, were Sir Layton's and Sir Belduke's murderers actually committed by the same witch?
Objection!
Your Honor, I'd like to remind you that was the Inquisition's claim. Yeah, he's right though. It's gotta be the same culprit in both cases. And, at the very least, it's possible that the witch used the spell Godor to commit Sir Belduke's murder. What? In that case, I will ask the defense to show us proof. Do you have proof that the witch could have used Godor to kill Sir Belduke? Present that shit!
Take that!
I'd like you to take a look at these. Aren't those the court illustrator's sketches? As you can see from this sketch, the victim was seated at his desk when he was murdered. And what can you see right behind the victim? A small landscape painting. Thank you, Inquisitor. But there's one more point of note. Look closely at the painting. Do you notice anything behind it? Oh, I see it! The wall behind it has already been painted green, which means the witch could have used the portal spell there 3 months ago. One moment, my lord. Consider how small that portal would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not. Objection. Of course the witch would not be able to go right through it. However, if you look at the distance between the portal and the victim, you'll notice that the victim, Sir Belduke, was sitting just an arm's length from where the portal would have been. The witch did not have to enter the room at all. All she had to do was reach through it with her arms in order to strangle Sir Belduke, who was sitting right under the painting. Order! Inquisitor Barnum, what say you to that? Fascinating theory, Sir Blue Knight. But there is a notable contradiction within it. Where would that be? Tell me, why do you think we concluded that Famalia had to have been used? We had a certain reason for it, of course. And what was that reason exactly? The crime scene had been tampered with. How so? Imagine the circumstances of Sir Belduke's death, and it should become obvious even to you. The victim was choked to death. And yet there were no signs of a struggle. Highly improbable, don't you think? That drink that he had, that's not blood. He drank a drugged wine that put him to sleep, and then he was choked to death while he was sleeping. What are you getting at? Think about it. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly there should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. And indeed, that would be the logical conclusion. Now, surely it would be impossible to do any such thing had the witch only reached inside through a portal. In order to cover up the evidence she left behind, the witch had to have used a familiar. Without doing so, there would have been no point in her using the spell Godor. Objection. Miss Grayle could have done it. She might have been able to tamper with the crime scene. What are you talking about? The morning of the crime, from the time Miss Grayle and that guy entered the study, until the arrival of the Knights of the Inquisition, there was a window of time in which she had the opportunity to do so. We need to look into what happened in that window. It seems we may be in need of another testimony. Witnesses testify about what happened in the time between the body being found and the Knights of the Inquisition arriving. Sure thing, ask me anything. I'll tell you all what you need to know. Oh, glorious Emir, tell us more. Maybe you won't be laughed at as before. Only 2 people accessed the crime scene in that time, Grayle and Emir. Believe it or not, Emir is the key witness in this case. That's terrible. After discovering the body. I broke down the door and saw the alchemist slumped in his chair. Gave me a jolt. The butler hurried to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never entered the study. What did I do then? Oh yeah, I was asked to keep an eye on things, so I went in to have a bit of look at everything. And that made me pretty drowsy, so I went and took a little nap on the couch. I bet you drank the same fucking potion. Wait, what? Mr. Emir? You said the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yep, he never set foot in there. The moment he saw Belduke, he told me to stand guard until the Knights of the Inquisition arrived. And then off he went. What a resourceful apprentice that alchemist has, I thought to myself. I almost feel sorry for you, Sir Blue Knight. After all, your suspect couldn't have tampered with the crime scene. That can't be true. Somebody just said he went for a nap. Defense, please proceed with the interrogation. Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it!
What were you having a look at? Oh, well, I was asked to take care of the crime scene, wasn't I? So I had to, make sure everything was in order. I mean, you know. It's not like I went wild with excitement after being left in a real alchemist room full of mysterious stuff. I'm sure you didn't, Mr. Sticky Fingers. And besides... Besides? She asked me to look for something, so I was doing that too.
Hang on!
What? Ms. Grayle, you look lost in thought. Oh, somebody just let something slip. She probably wanted to get rid of that bottle. Oh, were you talking to me? Even she can be caught off guard if I choose the right moment. Context, Phoenix, context. You have been listening to Mr. Amir's testimony, haven't you? Yes, I have. He was asked to look for something. It was you who asked him, I assume. What did you tell him to look for? I think you're mistaken. I don't remember making any request of that sort. Huh? Oi, Bluey! Were you even listening to what I said? It was a lady that asked me. The butler's a guy, you numbskull. This guy's not very smart at all. Hey, what's up? Why is everybody looking at me like that? Quite a while ago, we learned that the butler, Jean Grey Earl, is actually female. What? That's why when you said a lady asked you to search for something, we assumed it was Miss Grey Earl. What? What? Daydreaming, listening, but not hearing. That look of shock is almost endearing. What? Why didn't you tell me before? Do you require a personal notification? You should have been listening to the trial. Knights of the court squabbling with a witness is most unseemly. What I would like to know now is this. Who was the lady that made the request of Amir? Oh, yeah. That was actually Miss,
He's absolutely sadly talking about me.
How many times is this gonna happen? How many fucking times is this gonna happen?
Oh, and you are?
Oh, I'm Letty. Hang on a minute. I'll get down that post haste.
Ah!
But, Miss Letty, who are you precisely?
Me? Who am I? I'm Letty Mailer. I'm the courier.
Yeah, the courier. Courier is a person who collects and delivers letters or packages. I know, thanks anyway, Spella. I wish you'd stop misreading my mind. Hold on, Miss Mailer. Do you mean that it was you who irresponsibly made such a request to that troublemaker? Me? Maybe, yes, I guess so. I asked him to help me find something. Outrageous! Why was I not informed of this? I guess no one told you. Maybe because you didn't ask? Wow. Oh boy. Seems we will need to ask you to testify, Miss Mailer. Explain to us how you were involved in this case. Frankly, I wouldn't say I was involved in anything. I'm in a tight spot. I bet it's because that guy said something weird about me. Ease up on me, lady. Like the saying goes, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Beats being in a pickle all on your own, eh? Wow, Amir, you are literally the worst kind of person. Woo! Now then, Miss Letty Mailer, testify about that day. That voice could make windows shatter. Sir Belduke said he'd have a letter to send, so I came by to pick it up.
Hold it!
You mean you came to pick up a letter from Sir Belduke? Yes, I was told by Sir Belduke that it'd be ready in the morning. What's more, he said it was extremely important. I felt a sense of duty surging within me. And so you visited Sir Belduke's dwelling the morning after he was murdered. I got a start when I arrived. The door was smashed in, and that man was walking around with an axe, rummaging about. As for Sir Belduke, he was slumped in his chair where the butler was nowhere to be found. We'll have to see, I don't know. That brute's gone too far, I thought to myself. You can see why, right? Of course, naturally. In your place, I'd have thought so myself. That's mean. Anyway, I spoke with him, and when he told me what happened, So that's when I asked him to help me. You asked him to look for something. Yes, the letter. I asked him to search for the letter. Oh yeah, that's the prosecutor this time. He's like captain of the Knights Man, or the Inquisition. But in the end, the guy passed out on the couch. I found the letter myself, then delivered it. You actually delivered that letter? That's commitment, all right. About that letter, who in the name of noble author was it addressed to? I can't tell you that. Sorry, couriers can't disclose that sort of info. Yeah, the bard is not helping at all. He's probably been the least helpful in this entire case. His parrot is more helpful than he is. Couriers have a confidentiality obligation. No one wants to have the addressees of their letters made public, after all. I have personally never sent a letter that I would need to keep secret from the public. Don't look at me like that. I was talking about public opinion on the matter, not my own. Belduke was about to send an important letter when he was killed. That letter, kind of rings a bell. It's just a hunch, and it might not have anything to do with this case, but I need to make sure. I need to know more about Belduke's letter. Witness. Me? What's up? The letter Sir Belduke asked you to deliver on that day, was it?
Take that!
Yeah, it was the judge. The judge, he was sending like, Judge, you can't send pornography via the mail. That's terrible. The letter you found that morning, was it by any chance, this one here? Ah! Yes, that's the one, but wait, how did you get it? You're a real piece of work, all right.
Objection.
What the fuck is going on? Hold it, Sir Blue Knight. How did you come by that letter? It just sort of fell into my lap, so to speak. It was the professor who found it, but he doesn't need to know that. Defender, just what in the world are the contents of that letter? Well, the letter's blank. What? All this fuss over a blank letter? As you can see, there are some sheets of parchment inside the envelope. Indeed, there's not a trace of ink on them. What is the meaning of this? Is this one of those... I feel like this is one of those lemon juice, hold it over a fire type things. Don't forget that Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He may have used some kind of invisible ink to write that letter. See, you and Barnum are on the same page. Indeed, thank you. Sir! About that, it doesn't make sense to me. What? Miss Mailer? The thing is, when I saw that letter, all the pages were full of writing, so you know.
Objection.
Hold it, witness. You saw the contents of Sir Belduke's letter? Aren't mailers not supposed to look at those? I didn't read it. It's just that, you see. Witness, this is an important matter. You will need to testify about it. Tell us what you know about this letter. Witness testimony. Sir Belduke's letter. That night, probably about 1 a.m., I made a delivery to Sir Belduke. He was writing a letter at the time. It'll be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow morning. That's what he said. I left his study and wished the butler a good night. Then I went home. I went there again the next morning as promised. Sir Belduke was... well, anyway, I looked for the letter. Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter. Cause you gotta get, yeah. Ugh. I see. So you witnessed the victim write the letter. I wouldn't say witnessed. It sounds so legal. The sheets of parchment were on his desk though, I saw that. And they were covered in writing, margin to margin. But you don't know what the letter was about? Telling you would be a breach of our privacy policy. I can't reveal its contents or who it was addressed to. Of course, I understand. Frankly, I didn't get close enough to Sir Belduke's desk, so I couldn't make out what he was writing. In any case, where did you find the letter the morning after the victim was found dead? On a shelf next to his desk in a small letterbox. Oh yes, right there, next to his head. I was a little bit scared though, coming so close to a dead man. So that's where she took the letter from. It was right next to the corpse, huh? Now that the circumstances are clear, we shall proceed to the cross-examination. But that means that the powder, she would have left footprints in the powder. Oh my god, is the mailman the witch? I'm getting so confused at this point. I'm pretty sure it's still what's-her-face though, because she changed a lot. That night, probably about 1 a.m., yeah.
Hold it!
That's pretty late to be making a delivery. Look, he's an alchemist. He gets loads of strange packages, that's why. He'd often order various implements from the glass craftsman, or have someone gather wild herbs for him. He usually carried out his experiments at night, so yeah, he often needed items delivered in the middle of the night. Did Sir Belduke seem at all different than normal when you saw him that night? Different? Let me think. Actually, yes. I think it was about 3 days before Sir Belduke's death, that lightning strike. Oh, somebody's having some issues. Excuse me, Miss Grey Earl? Oh, what is it? Did anything in Ms. Mailer's statement catch your attention? Well, just the lightning strike. Master Belduke did certainly change following that event. I wonder why it affected him so much. An alchemist and the sudden appearance of an old bell tower. Could there be some sort of a connection between them? Anyway, it looks like Grey Earl is about as much in the dark about this as I am. By the way, that strange lightning strike was not the result of witchcraft. I see. Well then, let's carry on. But that came out of nowhere. What does that mean?
Hold it!
What are you talking about? You saw the letter he was writing? I told you before there were sheets of parchment with writing on them on his desk. I had a very quick look. There were so many sheets, the letter must have been very long. Then how can you explain the letter being blank now, unless somebody swapped it out? That's just it. That's what I'd like to know as well. Wish I had some earplugs. Sir Belduke, he was holding a pen when I arrived in the delivery, so he was in the middle of writing. And also, he told me to pick up the letter the next morning. And then you left his study.
Hold it!
Next sound alert is this lady. Oh no. But wait a minute. When you say the butler, you mean Miss Grey Earl, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray. You know, actually, I quite like the butler.
Hang on!
Excuse me, what's going on? Miss Grey Earl, I'd like to ask you something. Oh, certainly, what is it? You stated previously that you excused yourself and left Sir Belduke's study shortly after 1 a.m. Yes, that's correct. However, according to Miss Mailer's testimony, the two of you came across each other while you were waiting outside that room. Why didn't you mention that until now? That's because... I apologize, I'm afraid I completely forgot to mention it. You forgot? Miss Mailer very often comes with deliveries during the night. I did see her that night as well, but I didn't think much of it, as it's nothing unusual. I had no reason to hide that from you. Please forgive the confusion. Well, that kind of thing can happen. Human memory is in no way perfect. I don't imagine there's a problem here, is there? On the contrary, Your Honor. There's one more thing Miss Grey Earl forgot to mention. What is it? I'd like you to recall what Miss Mailer said about having met Miss Grey Earl that night. Yeah, she was carrying a tray. Well, Miss Grey Earl, apparently you were carrying a tray at the time. What do you have to say about that? Jean Grey Earl, I believe you should add that to your testimony. As you wish, my lord. It's unlikely she really forgot about it. The fact that she tried to hide it must mean something. Yeah, she made him sleepy and then she strangled him to death. Usual drink. Is it a sleepy drink? What do you mean by usual drink? When Master's experiments continued into late hours, he would always have some juice to ward off sleepiness. What kind of juice? Tomato juice. He drank some of that. You drank it? You drank the juice and you fell asleep, you dumb bastard. Excuse me, mister. Mister! Ah! I know nothing about it. Nothing at all. Witness, what have you done this time? Don't give me that scary look, Inquisitor Barnum. It was only just a little bit. Seriously, hardly anything at all. What are you talking about? Huh? Well, what do you think I'm talking about? The juice. The tomato juice, of course. The tomato juice? Oh, you didn't. Surely even you wouldn't. Well, like I told you before, I think I sorta overdid it a bit the previous night. When I woke up, me head was pounding. That's why I went to go see the alchemist. But you know what happened? And when I was left alone in the alchemist's study, it kinda caught me eye. The bottle, I mean. The tomato juice. I thought it might make the headache go away, you know? So you drank it? The juice? Found at the crime scene? He indirectly kissed the alchemist. Well, why shouldn't I? It's a drink, ain't it? What else do you do with a drink? You drink it, right? And can you tell us where that bottle is now? Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it at the crime scene. It has been confiscated. Confiscated? As I mentioned previously, the occult crime analyst confiscated all of Master's personal belongings from the crime scene. Is that so? Well, I believe we should take note of that bottle and add it to the court record. Brought to Belduke before his death, Amir drank some of the juice the following day. Yeah, so there I was having a bit of juice when that girl came round. Tell you the truth, I don't quite remember what happened after that. That's when he passed out, huh?
Hold it!
He went out like a light? He was helping me look for the letter, and then it happened, out of the blue. He just passed out, the rascal. He collapsed and his eyes rolled back. He wouldn't move. Almost sounds like he died. No such luck, unfortunately. That horrible sound. He was grating his teeth. I thought my ears would explode. Yep, not sure what came over me. Never happened to me before, sleeping like that. You know, I didn't just fall asleep. More like I sort of blacked out, I guess. No idea. Oh, what do you guys think? Any ideas? I think it bears no relevance. And there you have my honest answer. And I think it's good that I wasn't there. But the question is, why did he black out like that? I've got evidence! Your Honor, I might have a clue as to why this witness suddenly lost consciousness. You do? Really? Did you work it out, Bluey? Well, yeah, it's like the only possibility. If that's the case, may the defense present some evidence. Which piece of evidence shows why this man fell unconscious?
Take that!
The only piece. Mister, I believe the reason you might have lost consciousness at the crime scene is tied to a certain piece of evidence. But it wasn't it just because, you know, I had a bit too much the night before? No, it was because of this! The tomato juice? You passed out right after drinking this juice. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that there's a direct connection between the two. Tomato juice does not make people fall unconscious, Sir Blue Knight. Exactly. That's why something must have been added to the contents of that bottle. Something like a soporific. Damn! Phoenix! Dude, what happened to Phoenix? He got smart all of a sudden. Did something happen when he got sucked into the book? Did the storyteller add brain cells to our boy? You mean sleep medicine? And if a soporific was mixed in with the tomato juice, that means Sir Belduke would have been unconscious at the time he was assailed. Oh! Then this sketch, have another look! The red liquid trickling down from the victim's mouth is proof that Sir Belduke must have drank the tomato juice. I had failed to consider this. Yeah, Phoenix no long word. Inquisitor Barnum, I bet you remember saying this to the court. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly, there should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. However, if the victim was unconscious when his assailant was strangling him, then the killer could have committed the crime through a small portal, big enough to put their arms through after all.
Objection!
That may be so, but tell me this, how would the culprit have managed to obtain such a strong soporific? Because they're in the alchemy, come on! Darg, I just remembered. It was very simple, and I think you've realized why. From the alchemist. That's right. An alchemist would no doubt have a wide array of various medicaments in their possession, and an apprentice would have little trouble stealing some of them from their study. Isn't that right, Miss Grey Earl? How should I respond to that? I'm sorry to disappoint you, may perhaps be the best way to put it. What do you mean? Even though that juice bottle has been safely stored for the past 3 months, I'm positive it would be impossible to find any traces of that soporific now. You wicked, yeah, somebody, like, come on, she's basically confessing her guilt. This is unbelievable. Was it really the butler who did it? But everything she says holds true. She was pretending to be a boy. That's mighty suspicious to start with. Is she a witch? Oh God, what now? Hold on, everyone. The butler couldn't have done that to Sir Belduke. She would never do that. Don't defend them. Please, let us testify just one more time. Miss Greyer, let's tell them. Let's prove them. God, I fucking hate when they do this. Fuck you, Mailer. They have no idea how much you've done for Sir Belduke. Miss Mailer? Shut up, she's a fine witch. Very well, I shall grant your request. Testify about the relationship between Miss Greyer and Sir Belduke. got to do with that letter. I bet that somebody changed out the contents of that letter. The alchemist and his butler. Master took me in, a complete stranger. I will forever be indebted to him. I wish that I got equipped with Phoenix Wright gun. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life, through magic or otherwise. Sir Belduke was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me. And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation. I mean, I never once broken it. It's true that Sir Belduke evoked fear due to his being an alchemist. Yeah, oh man. However, he is also a man of admirable character who supported the townsfolk through his research. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? The question keeps haunting me, however much I think about it. Witches need no reason behind their evil. That is what makes them witches. Man, Barnum, you really see the world in black and white, don't you? Now the defense may begin its interrogation. Cross-examination. The alchemist and his butler.
Hold it!
How long has it been since you began serving Sir Belduke? I suppose it would be 5 years now. Why is 5 years such a number? Before that, I lost everything. I had nothing and nobody left in this world. Oh, I thought that was the noise of someone. You lost everything? That's when Master Belduke helped me. He kindly took me in and gave me work. What did she go through before she started working for Belduke? Later, when I was helping Master with his research, he even taught me how to read and write. I was able to live comfortably for so long, all because of Master. I don't know how much about Grey Earl, but she doesn't seem the type to kill someone she owes so much to. Everyone in this town knows how you served Sir Belduke. Now you may continue your testimony. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life, through magic or otherwise. Hold it. You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Belduke. Yes, you can ask whomever you wish, and I'm sure they'll say the same. That is so. It is widely known that Jane Grey Earl was devoted to serving Sir Belduke. It is difficult to imagine she could brutally murder her respected master. Indeed, I am of the same opinion. I have visited Sir Belduke on several occasions to inquire about this piece of evidence, or that, and I must say I felt there was a strong bond of trust between him and Miss Grey Earl. That makes it a lot easier to kill. Do you still think you can come up with a motive? Motive? Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder. Grey Earl risked a lot to conjure up a small portal in the wall, and then she killed Belduke, but what motive did she have? Suggest another motive? Leave it. What does that mean? Why are there two suggest motives? What? I'm confused. I might need to leave it for now, because I don't know if I actually have the evidence that I need to evidence. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save state. I understand the defense will present evidence. Evidence to indicate Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder? Precisely. The defense shall now present evidence. What was Jean Grey Earl's motive for murder? It's gotta be the letter.
Take that!
That's the evidence. Now tremble in awe at the power of my reasoning. Ah, that's not good. Can you repeat that last bit? I'm afraid I misheard. Even I have never used a catchpenny line like that. Well, I trembled a little. All those chilling stares are giving me shivers. Mr. Wright, no matter how cold everyone else might be towards you, I'll always stay on your side. Presenting that evidence was a big mistake. Trying to show off was an even bigger one. The one who ought to tremble is you, Sir Blue Knight. Well, that's one demerit. Well, we might be basing our theory on a wrong assumption. Wrong assumption? You mean you became a courier because of Sir Belduke? That's right. I was also what do you call it? An orphan. I'd been stealing bread or apples and such from stalls and shops to survive. I was known far and wide among the traders in the shopping area. I was famous, or rather infamous. Was she stealing from Miss Eclair too? And one day, Ms. Grail took me there, to Sir Belduke's residence, I mean. Sir Belduke helped me. He helped me to find a suitable job. And so you became a courier. Yes, see, I only had one real skill. I'm light-footed. At first I didn't take it seriously, the job I mean. I didn't care about work. But then I realized that it's not so bad to be useful, to other people. So I owe him a lot too, you see. Sir Belduke, I mean. What a heartwarming story. I think the judge just wiped away a tear with the rim of his hood. The more you hear about Sir Belduke, the more obvious it will become that no one had any reason to want to kill him. Sure does seem that way.
Hold it!
The confidentiality obligation is a rule held among couriers, is that right? Yes, a courier must not disclose the contents of a letter, nor the names nor the addresses of its sender and recipient. But I'll tell you, confidentiality that, I love gossiping, bad-mouthing people especially. So I wasn't confident I could keep it, the confidentiality obligation. I mean, I was tempted to talk about this and that. To think that Belduke trusted her. But then Sir Belduke spoke to me. He told me this: think about how you'd feel in that person's place. And that got me thinking. I really, really like to gossip, but when it comes to being gossiped about, people's messages are their secrets, and secrets must be kept. Indeed, no one would want their letters to be publicly known. And she's certainly determined when it comes to confidentiality. That's why she doesn't want to disclose the addressee of Belduke's letter. I'm not gonna get it out of her. I promised Sir Belduke, and I'm going to keep it, no matter what. The promise, I mean. It's something I can pride myself on, right? Okay, yeah, that's cool, I guess. Grandma's house, you're gonna take him. You may be off at the time. All right, Seer. End of the road for testimony. Everyone knows that Miss Grayrels respected Sir Belduke. That's why it seems so inconceivable that she could be the killer. She doesn't have a motive. That crime did take place. At this point, what we probably need to do is look at this case from a different angle. Change the perspective, so to speak. We just need to look at it from another angle and wonder. I feel like we're getting closer to the truth here. Now I just need to follow it through. That is an attorney's duty. I'm sure you can do it, Mr. Wright. Okay, we're gonna hit coin because I'm a little confused. There's a lot happening. Magic or otherwise, what are we presenting? Oh. Unless that's the motive? But I thought, It's either I feel like it's either the tomato juice or the letter. Okay, we're gonna save state.
Objection!
Ah, music stopped. Okay, we're good. Ms. Grayrel had no reason for wanting to kill Sir Belduke. However, there was another incident that night which is related to this case. And I have an idea of what it was. Another incident. I'm referring to this letter. Sir Belduke wrote a letter shortly before his death, yet all we have here are some blank sheets of parchment. Fascinating. Are you saying that maybe a witch used some kind of ink-removing magic on that letter, Mr. Wright? No, the spell used by the witch was, of course, Godor. Let's go over the state of the crime scene one more time. As we know from Ms. Mailer's testimony, the letter was in a letterbox next to the victim's head. Ah yes, it's in the sketch as well. The letterbox is on the far side of the shelf. The point of note is the location of that letterbox. Unbelievable! As Inquisitor Barnum seems to have noticed, the letterbox is within reach. So yeah, she swapped the fucking pages. Of the small portal conjured by the witch behind the painting on the wall. Oh, indeed it is! And as Sir Belduke's butler, you would have known exactly where he keeps his letters. Indeed, Master Belduke would always keep his letters in that letterbox before posting them. You mentioned no such thing! Ms. Grey Earl, you created a portal with Godor, not with the intention of killing Sir Belduke. You were after this letter, weren't you? That's merely wild conjecture. I didn't even know about that letter at the time. You didn't? That's very strange. When Miss Mailer came by that night, Sir Belduke was busy writing that letter, and that's when you entered, carrying a bottle of tomato juice. There's no way you wouldn't have known that your master was writing a letter to someone. And you couldn't have known even more than that. For instance, perhaps you knew what he was writing about. That's enough. I served Master Belduke as his butler. I never would have pried into his private affairs. Whatever it is he wrote about in his final letter to the storyteller. It is no concern of mine. Oh, bitch, you just... No. What did you... Your Honor. Yes, defense? I'd like Ms. Grey Earl's last statement to be added to her testimony. Any objections, Inquisitor Barnum? No, my lord. You dumb broad. You just... Very well, witness, include what you just told us in your testimony. As you wish, my lord.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter. That's right. I believe I said as much already. Then how did you know? How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller? Ah, indeed. Why don't you answer his question, witness? It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller. But when did you find out about it? I have spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months. What's up, Mrs. Mailer? Excuse me, Ms. Mailer. Yeah, okay, yeah, please calm down. Thought I caught her off guard, but it's her screech that caught me off guard. Is there perhaps anything you'd like to add to Ms. Grey Earl's testimony? No, not really. In that case, let me ask you a different question. Did you tell Miss Grey Earl about Sir Belduke's letter? I don't know, you dumb bitch. You confess right now. Do not beat around the bush, witness. Answer the question. If I may briefly interrupt, I am testifying right now. If you wish to question Miss Mailer, please do so once you have finished interrogating me. He's not gonna let me question Mailer from the looks of it. And if she's so keen to prevent her from answering, this might just be a critical point in the testimony. I've gotta find another way of fishing for that information. Witnesses continue testifying. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I can really, well, can I press that? Confidentially, yeah. Yes, yeah, don't disclose that. But I'll tell you, yeah. God, where the, okay. God, this is... Yeah, I wonder what he wrote in there too. There's only one way to find out. Need to get Grail to admit that she got a hold of the letter. Yeah, feelings mutual. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. We gotta pursue the truth. Okay, another hint coin. Because, like, I get there's so many statements. Like, I feel like I'm like getting mired down in all this. Okay, so you want me to press? Okay, so we're going through this again. I don't know, because the hint's not telling. I keep going? I'm gonna try. Okay, well. I think it's just gonna do the loop again, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think I have to keep talking to what's her face. Because we were trying to get the answer out of her, but we can't. Okay. Jesus! Ah, this is so annoying! I gotta find. Okay, so I still need to. Press. Okay, so let's go further. Unless now I can present the letter, now that I did stuff. Okay, so I just had to go back. There's a contradiction. Jesus. And there's a huge contradiction in Miss Grail's testimony. You are becoming very predictable, Sir Blue Knight. If there's a contradiction, I hope you have the evidence to prove it. Here's my chance. There's only one way to expose this contradiction. I can't present evidence. Okay. Oh, unless I'm presenting... The defense has no intention of presenting evidence. What? What? The proof that there is a contradiction cannot be found in the court record. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? The professor pointed it out to me in the previous witch trial. In this court, an attorney's arsenal isn't limited to the court record. Wow, that's a really terrible recollection there. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other... Yeah, I know. You're still alive doing homework? Okay, well, just so you know, you should have something in about 10 minutes. I'm sorry it took so long, though, because I was just like, Jesus. But they just took off from the restaurant. I suppose that in itself can be considered a contradiction, can it not? I really wish it didn't have the terrible stuff. Juxtaposing contradictory testimonies from different witnesses is the key. What, you've known about it, it's okay, it took a while, I'm sorry. Ms. Grey Earl. Your testimony contradicts another one that we've heard in this court today. Steal his letter. I feel like it's got to be that one. Let's go ahead and do a save state.
Objection!
Ah! Luke! Luke! Ah! Fucking Luke! Oh, they both. It was Luke and his. Oh, he's with me. He's always with me. Look at him. He's beautiful and shiny. It was a single word that gave you away, Ms. Grail. I cannot fucking believe they made them turn the goddamn statue. Yes, they did. They did. Oh, they posed it. I mean, it was already in that pose, but they turned the statue. Jesus. What do you mean by that? the name of the recipient. There were only a few people who knew the intended recipient of that letter. 4 people, to be precise. Only 4 people? First was Sir Belduke, the author of the letter. Then there was Miss Mailer, who delivered it. And of course, the storyteller, its recipient. As well as one more person. The one who stole the letter, using a portal to spell, and swapped it with the blank sheets of parchment, the witch. Maybe I did. Maybe I spilled the beans about the letter. I mean, maybe I told the butler. You did what? Well, because you see, me and the butler are sort of friends. And it was about our dear Sir Belduke. I feel like I might have told her about it after all. See, if I did, that's how she knew. About the recipient, I mean.
Objection.
I understand that you are friends with Miss Grayle and you want to help her out. But I've got a piece of advice, Miss Mailer. You shouldn't lie, even for a friend. Huh? Remember your testimony. You told us about the courier's duty to keep the details of the letter confidential. And you have also testified that you have never broken that obligation. Remember? Yeah. But hold on just a minute. As the victim's butler, Jean Grey Earl might have had a chance to catch a glimpse of the envelope.
Objection.
No, she didn't. When Miss Mailer came in with the delivery, Sir Belduke was still writing that letter. In fact, he was in the middle of it. All that time, the letter had not been addressed yet. And the next morning, when the body was discovered, that letter was already in the letterbox. Keep in mind that Miss Grey Earl would have had no opportunity to see it then, either. Is that so? She went to report the crime without even setting foot in the study. And then Miss Mailer appeared and retrieved the letter. Needless to say, Miss Grey Earl couldn't have learned of the letter's recipient afterwards. Or maybe you have a good explanation, Miss Grey Earl. I'd very much like to hear one. Can you please tell the court how you found out the recipient's name? Mr. Wright? Yes? Do you remember what I said when I was called to the witness stand? Yes. At the heart of alchemy lies the pursuit of the rules and logic that govern nature. You have demonstrated the power of your own logic. Miss Grey Earl? Are you saying? Yes, I confess. The abhorrent witch who used the spell Godor to swap the contents of that letter, and who took the life of Master Belduke, it was none other than I. Okay, I wasn't expecting you to just straight up confess. Hello? What is this? What's in it for you? I was an only child born to a poor family. I've been a witch since I was very little. When did I become aware of it? I don't remember. Although I was but a young child, I knew that being a witch was a crime. That's why I hid my witch's scepter and wouldn't use magic at all. Aww. My father worked as a bricklayer. He toiled every day, but we could hardly make ends meet. One winter day, we couldn't afford to pay the rent. We were going to lose the house. My mother was in tears and my father was sitting with his head down, wordless.
I want money for Mummy and Daddy.
That day, I suddenly remembered about the witch's scepter I had hidden. Oh no. The Goldor spell. I thought I'd try it just once, casting the spell. But at the time, I had no idea what an irreversible mistake that would be. Did you turn your parents into gold? Oh no! Even though no one told me, I knew from the very beginning what magic I was able to use. Oh no. Oh, the goat! What should I turn into gold? I was thinking about it really hard, the little girl that I was. Something that wouldn't stand out, that could be taken for a work of art. Then I decided. I chose a pretty leaf that had fallen into our garden. Oh no, but it doesn't work like that. But it wasn't the right thing to do after all. I was terribly punished for using magic, even just the once. Punished? In what way were you punished? I placed the leaf down in the back garden and cast the spell, but then Margaret suddenly walked in front of me. Margaret? My closest childhood friend. Oh fuck, you turned your friend to gold. Margaret, right before my eyes, she was turned to gold. Oh dear me. I screamed and cried, but I knew I couldn't ask anyone for help. If anyone had seen it, they would have known it was the work of magic. And I knew Margaret wasn't coming back. That's terrible. Then my mother and father's faces flashed before my eyes. Oh man. It's the goat? I don't know if she turned her into a goat. We may have been very poor, but we were always happy together. Also, hi, Trainer Gold. Had I been captured as a witch, I feared my parents probably wouldn't be safe either. Yeah, it's super sad. Every last one of these people have like a life story, and we're fucking throwing them in a pit of fire. That thought tormented me more than anything, and so I made the decision. I decided to end my own life. Wait, why? Did they get there? Yeah, they should be, it should be there. I think that means I'm here. Why am I so bad? Oh, it just says get. He just sent me one word. Why? Did it happen? Oh. You have 10 minutes. Why do you have an ear infection? RC, when did you get an ear infection? You decided to end your own, wait, whoa. You decided to end your own life? I threw myself into the river near town. It was winter and the water was cold as ice. I couldn't even move. It was painful. My consciousness started drifting away. Oh no, Tales of Symphonia was pretty, well, just when you figured out how things worked. Okay, you got it, good. I was like, it updated. Oh, and he found her! Are you talking into him? He just said get. He was like, yeah. And I was like, I forgot what that was. It just said get. And I'm like, is that how it, or maybe it could also just be like, I thought he was gonna say, I'm here. Just said get. Okay, well, I gave him a thumbs up because he did it. Good job, sir. The next thing I knew, I was in Master Belduke's residence. Popcorn and expectation for the rest of the game, yeah. He risked his own life jumping into the freezing river to save me. I burst into tears and told him everything. I didn't want to go back home. I would only end up causing my parents grief. Oh yeah, it really did, and then it just kept getting like worse. Master Belduke listened to me without interrupting, and then he told me this.
You can stay here, but from now on, you must live as a boy.
I hate vagina. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't feel like changing my name every time I like send food to someone. It's all right. Nobody knows. Master Belduke met with my parents and explained everything to them. They were very sad, but they agreed it would be best if I didn't return home. Poor Miss Grey Earl, that must have been so awful for her. Master bought the house for my parents so they wouldn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. Oh, it's so good of him! As for Margaret, turned into gold, he brought her to his residence. He knew that if anyone saw her, they would have reported an incident. Is Margaret your best friend a goat? Is your best friend a fucking goat? Are you telling me that this sad little girl's best friend is a goat? This is the worst thing ever! And this Miss Margaret, is she still in that golden state? Yes, she is. That's strange. We have received no reports of anyone by that name having gone missing. Margaret is being kept in the basement under Master's study. Give me you have my address, Fo. It's pinned in our DMs. But Providence, thank you. They put a smiley face. They put a smiley face on it. The basement? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this Margaret? Is she a... Yes, my dear friend was a goat that we were keeping at our house. This just keeps getting worse. Goat. Until then, Master Belduke had mainly been researching medicine. But since the incident with Margaret, he became known as an alchemist. So that's when he became an alchemist. I was wondering why the goat was the only thing not covered in dust. Fucking Jesus Christ. That's how I started a new life as Master Belduke's butler. Sir Belduke would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you have also shown commitment to helping the townspeople through your work. Wait, did I save it or did I not? Did I print both of them? Oh yeah. Actually, isn't it on the letter that I gave you too? I forgot about being a witch and was able to live happily at peace with everyone. I thought it could stay like that forever. Oh no. I know you have my address, RC. A few people do because I don't have a PO box. Maybe when I move to Houston, I'll get a PO box. Just don't expect you to pay the plane. Wow. But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause? Even I am not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago with that lightning strike. What? Master Belduke and I were on our way back home, carrying specimens for experiments. That sounds terrifying. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. But the expression on Master Belduke's face was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. What do you mean? His face went pale and twisted in sheer terror. He was shaking violently. Yeah, very, very frightening me. It wasn't just astonishment at an unusual phenomena. It seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete. Perhaps Sir Belduke saw something that others couldn't. He canceled his experiments for that night and began writing a letter to someone. A letter? I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice. He was writing feverishly as if he were possessed. I saw some things. A few words in that letter. Expose everything. Cannot keep this secret any longer. The truth about the witch. Oh. Master Belduke was going to confess that I was a witch. I can't remember actually. Let me look at the court record. Newton Belduke. I don't know if there's really a pun thrown in there or not. Everything went black in front of my eyes. I will never forget the feeling that overwhelmed me at that moment. Is that when you decided to commit the crime? What I did first was accidentally singe a part of the wall in my room. It was an excuse to repaint the section of the wall green. Then you also painted the wall behind that painting in Sir Belduke's study. And when that fateful night came... I used a syringe to inject a soporific through the cork and into the bottle of the tomato juice. Is that... I mean, I guess a needle would be strong enough to go through that without breaking. So many thoughts were running through my head as I wished Master a good night. I opened that portal behind him. He was right there, in front of me, asleep. I reached for the letter in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. And then I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world all around me turned black once more. It's impossible to avoid what is written by the storyteller. It seemed as if I could hear the doors to all escape routes shutting closed. It was the sound of despair. I would like you to believe me that the thought of taking Master Belduke's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal that letter and then disappear. But as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at that moment I felt an evil presence awaken within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me? Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept on clenching his neck. Oh boy. Murder. Well, that's it. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago. Oh, well. There is just one thing I fail to understand. Yes? You said you had wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that, you continued to live in Sir Belduke's residence, and now, here you stand. Why did you not run away? My life had been thrown into disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy living at Master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed in that place hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason. That night, I swapped the letter with blank sheets of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Master's death remained a mystery for 3 months, and people started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Wright. Oh, sorry I'm so smart and suave. On the day you visited the residence, I was listening to your conversation from the other room. Has the time finally come for me? My heart was racing with anticipation. Then, a few minutes after everyone entered that room, an unbelievable incident took place. That incident, a witch appeared in Master's study. What? I wanted to get a look at the witch, so I created a portal in the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment... Goldor! Oh! That witch used one of the very spells that I can use too. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. This was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. I knew at the time what kind of witch the Inquisition would be looking for. Witch that can use Famalia and Goldor. It occurred to me that I only needed to change one of the magic gems. I had previously found out that Famalia gem was purple. I realized that if I swapped the the goat magic gem for my amethyst, I could pin the blame for my crime on that other witch. So you changed one of the gems and threw the witch's scepter into that room, is that right? Exactly.
Objection.
Oh! Wait a minute, Jean Grey Earl. This statement of yours is highly problematic. How so, Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, you are right. Can someone explain to me what this is about? It's because there's two witches! I am a witch indeed, a sinful creature that killed the person to whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, he may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me. Oh. Wait, what? Shit. Order in the court. What is the meaning of this? Jean Grey Earl admits killing Sir Belduke, but not to turning Sir Layton into gold. That is the gist of it, my lord. But lying about it is meaningless. Lying? Just being a witch is a crime in itself. And the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking. Grail is still claiming she never laid a finger on the professor. But if there's no point in lying, does that mean she's telling us the truth? So in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? If it wasn't her, then who was it? The Great Witch Bazella. Mind if I say something? Take a hint, witness. Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk? Yeah, well, that's kind of why I was staying quiet up till now. But I either say it now or never. Don't simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh on my mind more. Whatever did you want to say? Oi, Bluey! Yes? I need to make sure about something. My head's not what it used to be, no. Yes? The alchemist Butler, Lady Butler, she slipped sleep medicine into his drink. That's correct, she laced his tomato juice with it. And then she strangled the alchemist afterwards. Yes, Sir Belduke was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he didn't resist. And this explains why we found no sign of a struggle at the crime scene. Yeah, about that. I let it slip earlier about what I did at the crime scene, yeah? I told you that I had a few sips of that juice. And the sleep medicine mixed in made you sleep like a log, yes? We remember. Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is just between us, okay? You see, when I appropriated that juice, the juice bottle, was still unopened. What? It was unopened? My throat was parched and I wasn't thinking straight. That brand new bottle was just there, waiting for me with a corkscrew conveniently laid next to it. I couldn't just let it go to waste. I swiftly pulled out the cork and got to drinking. What? So, in case you don't get what I'm getting at, the alchemist, didn't have a single drop of the juice with the sleep medicine. What the fuck? Can we just finish this fucking trial? Huh? What? But she still admitted to strangling. Oh my, what is fucking happening? Witness, you went to the trouble of opening a bottle found at a crime scene just to drink its suspicious contents? That's what I've been telling you, I was dying of thirst. Oh my god, that doesn't justify what you've done. The Inquisition shall deal with this witness after the trial. He will find out what it means to be dying of thirst, in a more literal meaning. Yeah, he is a fucking moron. However, let's not waste any more time with him now. The witch has confessed to her crimes. There's no need to investigate Sir Belduke's death any further. Indeed, you are right, Inquisitor. Her role in the Sir Layton incident is not entirely clear, but a person who kills her protector, to whom she owes her very life, can be nothing other than a witch. This court has sufficient grounds to sentence her as such. Belduke didn't drink the juice that night. And if that's true, there's one thing here that doesn't add up. Mr. Wright, I have to say there's something about this that's bothering me. I'm sure there's a contradiction lurking in that man's testimony. You think so, Luke? Can I really turn a blind eye to that? No, I want to investigate the contradiction. Mister, you're saying that you opened the tomato juice bottle, but that claim contradicts a certain piece of evidence. What? Defense, I'd like a word with you. Yes, Your Honor? At this point, your client's innocence has already been established. Therefore, whether there is a contradiction in that man's testimony or not should no longer be of any of your concern. That may be so, Your Honor, but even though I am here to defend the accused, the true duty of any attorney is to uncover the truth behind what happened.
Yeah, Barnum, are you wooed by my words of truthiness?
My job's not done until there are no more contradictions left. Very well. Sir Blue Knight, let's hear about this contradiction you've discovered. Let's see. Like the bottle it's fucking open. The bottle is open. There's no fucking way that bottle wasn't open. Oh, God. Yeah, there's no corkscrew either. Also, hi, cat. Laying next to it, yeah. Yes, delicious food. The bottle was first opened by that guy, meaning Belduke didn't drink any of it. That means there's one piece of evidence that should be very difficult to explain. Yeah, I think that guy, I think he's just dumb. I think he's just dragging it on. I would like to hear about this contradiction, too. The defense shall present evidence. Where is the contradiction in this witness having been the one who opened the bottle? Like, it's literally in the picture. Holy crap! Welcome on in, Cypher. We're finishing up this trial. It's been over 5 hours, but we're almost at the end of this specific one.
Dang.
Yeah, dang. But welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you for, also, just so you guys know, if you haven't watched Odd Taxi, an anime, it's on Crunchyroll. I'd highly suggest watching it because I binged it all of last night and this morning. I finished it right before I started stream. You're doing, that doesn't sound good. You're trying to finish, oh no, because it's Sunday. Are you close to being finished? By the way, in case anybody doesn't know, Cypher TV is Des, who was Irith, but she has a VTuber little avatar now. So she changed her name, but it's still Des. I have to remember that sometimes, but I've gotten kind of used to it. Is it dubbed? It might be dubbed. Well, no, shit. I think it might just be subbed because it came out pretty recently. 25% of the way finished? No! It's already 7 o'clock, 25. Do you have till midnight to turn it in or something? The contradiction can be seen in one of the sketches on the crime scene. In one of the sketches? Please take a look at Sir Belduke's mouth. You have until midnight. Oh, God. Okay, I gotcha. Well, as long as you're making progress, that's what matters. Please take a look at Sir Belduke's mouth. It's very nicely drawn, isn't it? Look at those luscious lips. We can see a line of red liquid trickling down from his mouth. Yes, well, we've already established that it was tomato juice. Oh! Exactly, Your Honor. Sir Belduke didn't drink any of the tomato juice that night. What? Wait, what? Which means there's only one other possibility. That red line, as we thought first of all, is blood. What? Didn't we just, I thought we were establishing that the bottle was drinkied. Sir Belduke must have tried to fight back the assailant and bit his tongue doing so, yeah. No. You need more of it? Yeah. Unfortunately, like, I multitask a lot too, but I was still able, I don't know. I'm so used to subtitles that I can just kind of go between multiple things, but it was very good. I'd highly recommend it. Unfortunately, that would only bring us back to the problem we encountered earlier. Earlier? If the victim had put up a fight, then there should have been traces of a struggle at the crime scene, and yet, no such traces were found. What if he was killed and then put in the chair and somebody dropped that powder all over the ground to get rid of evidence of a struggle? Oh God, what's happening? That's what made you assume the witch must have used Famalia. Ah, yes, this is so. As I explained before, Master Belduc didn't struggle at all at the time. But when I think about it, in light of the new information, it was very unnatural. The victim didn't drink the soporific, yet didn't struggle. But what does this mean? He was already dead! If it's not tomato juice, nor blood, brought about through the struggle with the murderer, then what else could it be? It's not blood. Since it's not tomato juice, we have to assume it's blood after all. Yeah, right, it's gotta be that. We have ruled out the possibility that the victim bit his tongue while struggling with the attacker. Indeed. Then there's gotta be a different reason for that blood being there. He must have suffered internal bleeding that was somehow connected to his death. But what could have caused it? Your Honor, if I may ask one question. To whom? If I just clarify this one suspicion, I may be able to explain the blood shown in the sketch. That's why I need to question one person in particular. What? Did that guy have like tuberculosis or something? What are we getting at here? Holy shit, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking confused as shit. So I'm gonna use a hint. Here, have my hint coin. Oh God, it's between. Maybe Barnum? Or is it Amir? Why would Amir know? Amir's the fucking worst. Oh, who the fuck is it? Is it? Yeah, I'm trying to get. But if he didn't drink it, okay, this is, I don't know. Maybe Barnum? Well, I'd like to ask Inquisitor Barnum. What, me? Do you have any idea who I should, are you fucking kidding me? Ah, you dumb bastard! Why are you asking me? I knew he'd get mad. About the incident, then it would make sense to ask one of the witnesses, do you not think? Yeah, at least he answered your question. Witness, huh? Who should I ask? Your Honor, please let me ask just one more question. I hope that this time you'll think about what to say before opening your mouth. I guess Amir. Why is it Amir? He's like the stupidest person. Fucking goddamn. Mister, can I ask you something? Yeah? Don't give me that scary look, Bluey. I know nothing at all. I got nothing to tell. Shut up, Amir, Jesus. Amir's as innocent as a little lamb, but his confidence is more than a sham? Be better off without that bard, yeah. You drank the tomato juice that was at the crime scene, right? Don't keep asking about that over and over again. So what if I did? Then I have another question for you. Did anything else disappear from the crime scene that day? What the fuck did you steal, you dumb bastard? Nah, I didn't notice anything.
Objection!
Witness, just what have you done this time? You look like a dog caught making a mess on the carpet. Whoa, why are you looking at me like that? I don't know about anything going missing. I'm innocent, please, believe me. Truth could drown in his swimming eyes. Some tell lies well, others cannot tell lies. Looks like my gut feeling was right. He took something from the crime scene. Ah, Jesus. Something that could be directly connected to that red liquid around Belduc's mouth. What on earth did that man steal from the crime scene? A certain item disappeared from the crime scene that day. And at this very moment, it's highly likely that the item is right in front of our very eyes. What? It's here? Isn't that right, mister? Is it? I have no idea. Defender, I order you to show us what this item is. The item that this witness took from the crime scene. There is no way it's anything other than this fucking poison bottle. If it's not, I'm gonna be so mad. It's this bottle. The bottle? Miss Grayer, I'd like you to clarify something for me. What would that be, Mr. Wright? Sir Belduke was working on creating certain medicines. He had various dangerous substances in his possession as well. How were they stored? Master kept them in a locked medicine cabinet. The bottles were labeled so it was clear that they were dangerous. They have all been confiscated. As for those labels, did they resemble the label on that guy's bottle? Mister, what are you doing with a product of Master's research? It's not what you think. I didn't have any evil intentions or nothing. Yeah, you never do. I hope this guy goes to fucking super jail. That bottle belonged to Master, and it was used to store strong poison. Poison strong enough to kill. But poison? What? The red liquid trickling down Sir Belduke's mouth was definitely blood. Now, as for what caused him to bleed like that from his mouth, it was the deadly poison from the bottle this guy stole from the crime scene. This is outrageous. What? Wow. Fucking, this is worse. Order. Whoa. Do you expect me to just keep quiet? It was poison. Am I gonna die?
Objection!
Oh, we wish. Just wait and see. Time will tell. Yeah, I guess. More importantly, I want to know why you have that bottle. Huh? Well, that's, remember how I told you I drank the alchemist's tomato juice? Indeed, it's not something easy to forget, especially having heard it several times. Well, that was when I saw it on the floor, this bottle right there. It was totally empty. I thought, it's such a fancy looking bottle and all. I'm a bit of a skull fancier. They have this air of danger about them, right? They certainly do. So since it was there and I was there too, I felt like we were kind of meant for each other. Yeah, like Professor Layton's arm, you dumb bastard. Yeah, basically. I thought this bottle's so classy I could die for it. Had any poison been left in that bottle, he would have died instantly. But if it was empty, it was probably harmless. Oh, hear that? I'm gonna live! Good thing I rinsed it out well before use. Oh, if the victim was killed by poison, then that raises a new question, of course. Who could have poisoned him? You were happy for a brief moment? Why? Considering all the evidence and the testimonies we've heard today, the answer is so close I can taste it. Sir Belduke was poisoned by himself. It was, of course, Sir Belduke himself. Sir Belduke himself? Yep. Because he was gonna die. Yeah, I know, but then he didn't. Sir Belduke took that poison of his own will. His death was suicide!
Objection!
That is preposterous! A suicide? Inconceivable!
Objection!
Think about it, Inquisitor. That would explain the most unnatural aspect of his death. The most unnatural aspect? Ms. Grayer, when you were strangling Sir Belduke, he put up no fight whatsoever. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Until today, I was convinced it was due to the sleep medicine. It wasn't, because he didn't take any. The truth is, when you gripped his throat, Sir Belduke was already dead. He had poisoned himself. Ah! Jesus Christ, what is happening? But would the poison have caused him to bleed from his mouth? I personally know of no poison that works instantly and causes such symptoms. Oh, you don't? Can't just tell him that it happens on TV all the time. There are certain plants in this area that contain a highly poisonous substance. In the course of his research, Master Belduke found a way to extract that poison. What am I hearing? Is there really such a dangerous plant in Labyrinthia? The poison is very bitter to taste, so it would be impossible to secretly slip it into someone's food or drink. And it would cause internal damage. It is a very powerful poison. Drinking it would induce a most painful death. And to think Sir Belduke could. But did Sir Belduke really choose such an agonizing death for himself? It doesn't seem like he suffered that much. I would like to know that too. Miss Grey Earl, you mean to say Master killed himself after exposing me as a witch? I cannot believe it! He wouldn't just commit suicide. Indeed, we cannot take such a theory at face value. Had he committed suicide, I dare say he would have left a suicide note. I can't say why Sir Belduke committed suicide, but I think there's a piece of evidence that can confirm his suicide was a possibility. There's a piece of evidence like that? If you have such evidence, you ought to present it to the court immediately. Present the evidence indicating that Sir Belduke's death could have been suicide. Not this. I feel like it would be this evidence again since nobody got anywhere near him. The letter could be a suicide? Probably, but they still just have the blank parchment, so I don't know. She said she swapped it out. Oh, man. So I think it might be the floor? Because nobody would have been able to get near him to kill him at all.
Take that!
That's wrong! Oh, well, what do you say to that, Inquisitor Barnum? I have a single piece of evidence for you, Blue Knight. That's son of a fucking... Ah! What the fuck? Okay, so maybe it is the blank letter.
Take that!
Okay, it is the blank letter. Yeah. Ah! Sometimes the logic pisses me off with this. That's Sir Belduke's letter. Let's see, it was addressed to the storyteller, wasn't it? This is the last letter written by Sir Belduke. Now, if his death was a suicide, then this letter may well be his suicide note. What we have here is nothing more than blank sheets of parchment. Whether or not there was a suicide note is something we can only speculate about. That's right. But there is one person who knows whether this letter was really a suicide note. I mean, the person who swapped its contents. In other words, you, Jean Grey Earl. Witness, you stole Sir Belduke's letter on the night of the crime. Tell us, what was written on it? I don't know. What? You don't know? I did steal the letter, yes, but I don't know what its contents were. You mean you have not read it? I couldn't bring myself to read it. It seemed that if I did, everything that happened since Master Belduke saved my life would be ruined in an instant. I've taken it out and held it in my hands so many times, but no matter what, I just couldn't. Miss Grey Earl, can you tell us where that letter is now? I have it here. Holy shit, she has it there. Oh, you're carrying it around with you? If you were searched, you would have been done for. That night, having killed Master Belduke, I decided to stay in his residence. I knew my identity would be revealed sooner or later, and I was ready for it. Jesus. So until that time, I decided to always keep the letter with me. My lord, yes, witness? If you don't mind, could you please read it aloud? Oh boy. Now that I'm here in this place of judgment, I think I'm finally ready to hear what Master wrote. Huh.
Hold it!
Oh, can I read it?
Miss Grey Earl.
Yeah, because she's a witch, which is punishable by death, whether or not you actually killed anyone. Oh, Phoenix.
I think you should be the one to read it.
Oh.
Me?
Sir Belduke wrote this letter to the storyteller as he was preparing to die. I think it's only right his last words should be read by you.
Yes, you're right. I see. I understand. Please allow me to read the letter aloud.
Oh boy, this is gonna be sad. It's always sad! Son of a bitch.
My dear friend, I hope you will be able to forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. I have finally made this decision, having seen that accursed bell tower
appear in the flames on that dreadful night. That lightning was a sign that we have angered the gods.
Oh boy.
What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can never escape from it. For the past few days, I have been thinking that it might be best to simply expose everything. This town's secret, the truth about the witch.
Oh!
Of course, I understand that secrets need to be kept. However, I have grown very tired. I'm afraid I cannot keep the secret any longer. I have only two concerns. The first is my daughter. It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world, although she probably doesn't think of me as her father.
A daughter?
Yeah, a daughter?
I was not aware that Sir Belduke had a daughter.
Mr. Belduke seemed to know a lot about this town. This town's secret, and the truth about the witch.
Truth about the witch? Somehow I don't think he was talking about Miss Grey Earl.
Keep going, keep going.
The second matter, weighing heavily on my mind, is that Jean will be left on her own.
Whew.
Seeing her growing up, so strong and righteous, in defiance of her fate, had given me hope. A short while ago, she brought me my usual, and what will be my last, drink. There are so many things I wanted to tell her, but I could only manage a thank you. She is a very sharp child. Had I said any more, she would have caught on. You could call me a selfish man, but I didn't wish my last memory of her to be a sad one.
Master Belduke. If the fate handed to her by this town has made her life an ordeal until now, I hope from the bottom of my heart that a wonderful story awaits her next. I intend to leave my residence to her, and I would like you to look out for her.
Alas, it is time for me to put my pen down, my dear friend. What I truly wish to express to you is too complicated for words. I hope one day you will understand. But for now,
God damn
I bid you
it.
farewell. The time has come for me to go.
It's raining, guys. It's raining very hard. Jesus. Well, man. How is this game not rated mature? It's way too sad to be a teen game. Jeez.
This letter, it wasn't a denunciation of me being a witch.
Master Belduke cared about you until the very end.
Thanks, Phoenix. You're making her feel really good right now.
Yes, how could I have forgotten? I'm sure I knew it all along. So why did I? How could I have done that to him?
Well, he was already dead, but still, yeah. Oh boy. Miss Grey Earl? My lord. What is it, Inquisitor Barnum? I think it's about time for the guilty verdict. Guilty? The Inquisition withdraws the charges against Maya Fey and charges Jean Grey Earl with being a witch. All the evidence corroborates this accusation, and she even admits her guilt. Hence, the Inquisition asks that the witch be found guilty and punished immediately. Barnum, why are you such a fucking bitch-ass asshole? This man has no feelings.
Objection!
Not so fast, Inquisitor Barnum. What do you want now, Sir Knight? Admittedly, Miss Grey Earl did attempt to strangle Sir Belduke, but he had already consumed a deadly poison and was already dead at the time. Therefore, she is not guilty of murder. Sorry, sir, she's guilty of being a witch, which is worse, apparently. And one more thing. It also wasn't Miss Grey Earl who turned Professor Layton to gold. There was another witch present at the crime scene. The defendant, Maya, saw her too. To put it simply, Miss Grey Earl didn't kill anyone. Yeah, she didn't kill anyone, and yet you still want to burn her. But Maya, do you even know how it feels to be put in this cage? It's like everyone's against you and it's super frightening. I'm not a witch, but I've been thrown into this cage and almost sentenced for something I didn't do. And now you're about to do the same thing to another person? That's just not right. Is that all you have to say? Huh? The one who's in the wrong is not me, but you, Sir Blue Knight. Whether the witch committed a crime or not is completely irrelevant. This is the witch's court. All witches must be punished by fire. But that's crazy! Why? Why, Barnum? Inquisitor Barnum is absolutely right. Being a witch is a crime. You understand that, don't you, Miss Grey Earl? Yes. Very well then. The court is ready to issue the final verdict. Maya Fey is found innocent, and in her place, Jean Grey Earl is found guilty of being a witch and shall be cast into the fire.
No, you can't!
Hold it!
What? Oh God! Espella? Espella? What are we doing, Espella?
Hold the verdict!
Espella?
Don't tell me you're gonna say you're the witch!
What is it now, Espella Cantabella?
What's happening?
There is nothing else we can do. This is the course of things, and you should know it well.
Indeed, all witches shall be cast into the flames.
Man, you sound like you're in a cult.
That is the law of this town. A law that was written by your very own
Who's a
father.
dumbass bitch?
And furthermore, a law that has always been obeyed in the town of Labyrinthia.
A town like this should never exist in the first place.
Such insolence!
That's heresy! She's criticizing the storyteller's story!
Yeah, well, fuck him.
Even the storyteller's daughter has no right to criticize the story!
Yeah.
Trials in which innocent people are sentenced to death by fire. I shall make sure this is the last one.
What do you mean, Espella?
Oh, what are you about to do?
Since you're all so keen on the rules created by the storyteller, you should know exactly what I mean. The stipulation for ending the witch trials. Once the Great Witch Bazella is burned, the witch trials will end. At present, I am under suspicion. You know very well why that is, don't you?
You? Well, you don't mean that you're,
I am guilty.
Oh, come on!
I am the Great Witch Bazella.
What?
Now, cast me into the flames.
No!
Miss Grail free.
Can we just not burn anybody today? Can we can we pump the brakes on the flames?
This shall be the last of the witch trials. No one else need be burned hereafter.
Espella, just what are you saying? I can't let you do that.
Please, Mr. Wright, let me do as
Before you do that, can you figure out how to make Professor Layton not a statue?
I'm sorry, but this is a problem.
We have the witches, but yeah, come on. I mean, it's been a long day. We've been in trial for like 6 hours. Can we keep that? Yeah, next time. I mean, I'll bring extra drinks. Okay.
No, please don't do it.
There must be another way. You don't need to do this.
I know how we can fix this. Let's burn the whole town down. Start fresh again.
Luke, Maya, Mr. Wright, and Mr. Layton, I truly appreciate.
Yeah, he's
all
very
you've done
angry.
for me.
This can't be happening.
Yeah, no.
Miss Cantabella, your confession will have very serious, or rather, fatal consequences for you. May we assume that you fully understand those consequences and are willing to accept them?
Oh boy.
I am Espella Cantabella, the storyteller's daughter.
You know it's serious because they're playing the main theme.
But I also have another name. I am the Great Witch Bazella. I have lived hidden in the dark pages of my father's story, deceiving all of you. Many lives have been sacrificed because of me. But that shall end today.
Court attendants, seize that woman! She is the Great Witch Bazella.
Oh, we're just gonna take her word for it, but I had to do this whole ass trial to tell you that Maya wasn't. Oh boy. Oh, do you get a special place? Oh, are you swapping? Hi, Maya.
Espella.
Okay. Boy, we get to watch it. We get to watch it again. Okay, but thanks. Holy what? What? Maya!
Espella, this just isn't right.
Hang on tight, Spider Monkey.
Give me a hand.
Okay, time to break the fucking law. Holy shit!
Jump over there.
But
Hurry.
They're getting away!
Oh no! Maya! 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 Maya!
Maya!
help me, Nick!
Oh, she's gonna do some magic! Oh,
Quick, in here!
what is... No, no, no! Oh. Oh!
Stop! You've got to stop! Maya!
What the fucking shit? That's the way to do it, Liv. What the fuck? To be thanks! Ah! Well. Damn, we killed Maya. Fucking, well, we didn't kill Maya. Oh, look at all the picker rats I earned, though. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Yeah, good thing. Sorry, we murdered Maya. Yeah, well, that's the end of that part of the trial, so I'm going to stop the recording for now.